here's a little thought. I was reading an article the other day by a scientist from the Lakehead University in Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada, who had been doing research on the effect of nitric oxide and carbon monoxide in the human body and mammal bodies, and how it dilates the blood vessels and has some very beneficial effects for what is essentially rather toxic gases. He thought that there was something a little more to it, so he did some more research, and his latest research was published, or some of his latest research published in Scientific America, is on hydrogen sulfide, and how hydrogen sulfide gas, which is extremely deadly, is actually in very tiny quantities in our bodies, and is very beneficial to our health. We actually need that. This is quite interesting to me, working in the oil patch, because I have to have certification in hydrogen sulfide gas safety and rescue and such, because it's so deadly. Now it seems that the reason we have this hydrogen sulfide gas in our body and why we are tolerated and able to use it is because at the end of the Permian era of some 250 million years ago, when there was a huge volcano off in Siberia, which spewed massive quantities of carbon dioxide and such into our atmosphere, causing a huge spike in carbon dioxide, which also resulted in a huge spike in sulfur-eating algae mats and such, which produced hydrogen sulfide gas, and all of this combined caused an extinction of, if I remember the figures right, something like 70% of all marine life, and something like the same 85% or something of all land animals extinguished because of this. All the surviving creatures were able to survive because their body was able to actually tolerate the higher levels of hydrogen sulfide gas. Now, creationists think that our universe is no more than 10,000 years old. One wonders how they explain this. These biological facts, how we're able to use these toxic gases. I suppose their answer, well, they struggle to try to find something that sounds half-assed logical to fit their biblical creation. Would say, well, it's one of God's mysteries, and God just made it for us to either not know or just for something to think about. And what a bloody shallow concept that is. What a shallow answer. When the reality, when the research, the science shows that the reality is actually something much, much more miraculous and fascinating. A natural selection due to the creatures that were alive at that time's ability to tolerate the hydrogen sulfide gas, and thus all its their descendants, us, and everything else on our lovely blue planet has hydrogen sulfide gas in it and relies on it. Natural selection, evolution, and science will always be much more miraculous, much more fascinating. There's much more grandeur in that view than that dull, boring God did it. Can't they get a little bit more creative? Well, I guess not. They're not allowed to. They're not allowed to think. Anyways, that's all I had to say for the moment. As I'm zipping down the highway on my way to an oil rig, just thought I'd say that one. Cheers.